measures of center. Hi Julie, we're moving on to lesson 12.3, still working on data displays and measures of center. This first slide is for you to grade your homework from 12.2. Our first slide is numeracy. It says Yasmin is training for a marathon. On Wednesday, she ran 6 2/3 miles. On Saturday, she ran 2 1/4 times further than Wednesday. How far did Yasmin run on Saturday? So again, we have 6 2/3 on Wednesday, and then Saturday we have 2 1/4 times more than Wednesday's run. Moving on to today's topic, we will use dot plots and frequency tables to show data. And here's an example on the chart. Page 661, the problem says, Hannah is training for a walkathon. The table shows the number of miles she's walked each day. She has 1 day left in her training. How many miles is she most likely to walk on the last day? So you need to find the number that occurs most often, and that will be your answer. And here is how we're going to make the dot plot. We're going to draw a number line, and then we are going to look at the distance chart. And as we see each number from the distance chart, we're going to put a dot above the number represented on the number line and cross those numbers off as you go. And as you click the slide, you can see the answers being filled in for you. And then from that information, you can figure out the distance that occurred most often, which is 5. So 5 miles is the most frequent number. So the number of miles Hannah is most likely to walk on the last day of her training is 15. Now moving on to page 662, we're going to learn about frequency tables, and that shows the number of times each data value or the range of values occur. And then we have a relative frequency table, which shows the percent of time each piece of data or group of data occurs. So step 1 is to list the workout times in the first column. And step 2 is to record the frequency of each time in that frequency column. So I'm going to go back and read the problem. It says Jill kept a record of her workout times, and that's listed in the chart in the middle. It says, how many of Jill's workouts lasted exactly 90 minutes? So again, you're going to follow step 1 and 2. Write in your values, and then you're going to see how many times 90 occurred, and it happened 4 times. So 4 is the exact amount she worked 90 minutes. Page 662, we have another word problem. The table shows the number of laps Ricardo swam each day. What percent of the days did he swim 18 or more laps? So again, we're going to use the numbers in the lap swimming chart and record them in the frequency table below. So determine the equal intervals for the data. And then step 2, count the numbers of data values for each of those ranges. and you'll find your answer. Step 3, divide each frequency by the total number of data values. So we have 20 data values total, and then for each range you take the frequency number, put that in the numerator, and then you divide the numerator by the denominator, and that gives you your percent. So the answer is that we swam 15% of those days. Page 663. Again, we're going to use the distance chart for how many kilometers Lionel biked. And you're going to use the dot plot number line and place the values from the distance chart above the numbers. And the most common distance he biked was 6 kilometers. And we know that because it has the most amount of dots above the number. It's the tallest stack on the dot plot. On page 663, you're going to make your own frequency table using the intervals here. Now, for the summary, it says Julie kept a record of the number of minutes she spent reading for 20 days. Complete the frequency table by finding the frequency and relative frequency, which is the percents. So again, we're going to take the reading times from the left chart, put them into the right-hand chart. So count up how many times 15 occurred. And the answer is 5, so put that in the frequency. Then count how many times 30 occurred, and 45 occurred, and 60 occurred. Write those in. Then set up the relative frequency. Again, we need to count how many reading times we have all together, put that in the denominator, and then use each specific minute's frequency number and put that in the numerator and then divide. And then here is today's homework, page 665 and 666, odds only. Good luck. Let me know if you have any questions. Have a great day.